Okay. What I'm going to hand out a list of 8 topics. We'll read over them together. What you are going to do is you're going to pick one of these, and you're going to write me an essay in class today. Okay? And remember, what I want you to do is do everything that we have done in class. First, I want you, once you decide on a question, then we are going to, what's the first thing we do when we want to write something?
Brainstorm.
First, we're going to brainstorm. What do we want to say? We're not going to go over it together. This is just to help you think about what you want to say. You're going to brainstorm. Then you're going to organize it. Then you're going to write what you want to say. How many paragraphs?
5.
5 paragraphs. Remember, this is a standard GED essay. 5 paragraphs. First paragraph, and then 3 paragraphs talking about 3 separate subtopics about the main topic, and then conclusion. Okay? So really, you only have to come up with 3 subtopics about the main topic. Okay? Any questions on what we're going to do today? Okay, let's go over these subtopics, or let's go over these topics, and you just have to pick one. Okay. Parker, can you read number 1, please?
What has been the best period in your life and why?
If you can do this on paper that you're going to hand in. You can do this on paper that you're going to give to me, because at the end of the class I want to collect it. Okay? So brainstorming everything I want on paper that you are going to give to me, because I want to see the process. I want to see how you think about writing. Okay? Put your name on every piece of paper that you give me. If you have any questions, please ask. When you write your essay, I want you to skip lines between, write every other line, so if I need to write something in Word, it makes it easier instead of pushing it all together, separate it. Okay. You try putting way too much information in here. And this isn't related to any of this. You talked about here about terrorists, and all of a sudden you talk about what the military is doing against them. That you're not talking about that. You're just talking about the problems. This is related, but it's not about your topic. Okay, so you don't need this at all. You can take that out. Great examples. You use 2 very good examples right there. This whole thing you talk about in the first subtopic. You're talking about nuclear weapons here, and here you're just talking about bombing. And you talk about that in the first subtopic. Okay? So one thing you need to do is when you talk about a topic in 1 paragraph, you do not talk about that same topic in another paragraph. You don't say, you keep all the information together about that. Okay? Any questions? Yeah.
Okay, just read some of the.
Okay. Why? Why? I looked at his articles. He asked me to look at his articles. And so I crossed out several of the places he had put the. Why?
So that's where I mentioned I have grammatical article problems that
Okay. Alright. So you use the article the too much. Why? when do we use the article the? It's more specific than that. It's when the person you're talking to knows which one or ones. Thing is, you use it with a lot of plurals. We never use it with plurals unless we need to say specific ones. Okay? The maps on that wall are of countries of the students here. Okay? We're talking about these specific maps. Okay, so in that case, I will say the maps here, not the maps in the whole world, just the maps here. Every the that I circled here, you use with a plural, and it's not talking about a specific one. So you need to use it with plurals if you are talking about one subset of a group. The maps here, not the maps out there. Okay, you need to separate this group from the larger group. If it's singular, if the noun it's talking about is, then that's different. You know, this is the pen that I use to write on your paper. Okay, that's specific. Okay, just be careful about using it all the time. We don't use it all the time, especially with plurals, plural nouns. Okay, if you look, every place well, one of them is the school. School is not necessarily a building. The school is a building. School is an idea of learning. So that's just a little bit different. But you have the professors. Professors, because it's plural, we don't necessarily need the, unless you're talking the professors in Erie or the professors, you know, a specific group. The school, the job. Now, that's singular, the job. But in that case, we, your audience who's reading this, we have to know which job you're talking about. The job at General Electric. The job at McDonald's. If you're going to use the with a singular, the people you are talking to, and in this case, the people reading your essay, have to know which one. So you're not. So you're single. I want to work a job I like more with better wage. So I want a job with a better wage. Since it's job, you still need something in front of it, but we don't know which job. You're not saying which job. So that's why you would say a job and not the job. Okay? And then where I put a circle and then a line, you need an article. I will be much respected person. Person is a thing. How many is a person? How many? One. Anytime, almost always, when you have one of something, you have to say the, or like my in front of it. A pen, the pen, my pen, but pen, no. Okay, because it's one. Almost all nouns in English, if they were singular, have to have something in front of it. The, or my, your, his, her. Okay, so person, one. So I will be a much respected person. I will be a new person. I will learn in a formal way. Way is a noun.
Oh, due to now way should come a.
Yeah, but you put it in front of the adjective. So a formal way. The article, or my, your, his, that always comes first of that thing. Okay? Okay. Any questions?